Hello, my friends, and welcome back. Thank you very much for being with me again today. These guys really think that we are stupid, and as I said many times, for good reason. I mean, look who they voted for continuously, regularly. Anyway, so what do we have here? We have some weasel move that I've been talking about for some time. And that is nowadays when the Russians are gonna kill some fighters in Ukraine, they will be named volunteers. Or if the Russians are going to capture some Ukrainian fighters or fighters from the Ukrainian side who might speak, I don't know, other languages than Ukrainian, they will say, we're volunteers, we are just, here to help. And we are going to be, okay, the same Russians will be, oh, yeah, okay, я знаю, all right, I got it, I know, I understand, all right, I don't think that's going to be. Now we have the idea of sending F-16 fighter jets to Ukraine. The promoters of peace want to do this, those countries, and the problem is someone has to fly them because they kind of need those F-16s, it seems like. So the Ukrainians are calling, excuse me, quiet please, can anyone fly an F-16 in those countries over there? Maybe you guys want to be volunteers in the Foreign Legion of Ukraine here? But you gotta be retired. You can't be from the US military or anything like that. Yes. And they will come over there and they will be just taken, thrown on a cockpit of a F-16 and they will fly and fight for Ukraine. And we are like, oh yeah, that's exactly what happened. Well, let's see what's going on over here. I have a different theory, obviously, and this comes from the New Voice of Ukraine. This is from April 10th, 2023. Ukraine invites, they say an invitation, with flowers on and all that, F-16 pilots to join its international legion. Okay, Ukrainian Defense Minister Oleksiy Reznikov invited foreign pilots with experience of flying F-16 fighter jets to join Ukraine's international legion. Media Center Ukraine reported on April 10th. Remember, this sounds to me as those shock or storm battalion or something they call it. I call them storm troopers. The ones that are about 40,000 that somehow the Ukrainians squeezed out of their society and they're just volunteers and they will probably speak other languages. And the battalions I'm talking about that are trained by the the promoters of peace over there, about again 40,000 or 50,000 Ukrainians are all over Europe and United States of America being trained, and they will show up, but nobody will start to count them. 1, 2, 3. No. Why do I do this? Anyway, so nobody will start counting them. From 40,000 will end up to never end up. Because they're gonna come. Not that kind of come, but come over. With ranks, some of them. Anyway, so let's continue here this article. And I'm quoting, if there are pilots who know how to fly the F-16 and are ready to take part in the war, the Foreign Legion is ready to open their doors, Reznikov said during a briefing. He also invited foreign specialists who know how to maintain Western-made artillery and tanks to come join Ukraine's war effort. Nothing wrong here, but you're going to receive what the Russians can give. According to Reznikov, Kiev's Western partners will finally green-light transfer of modern combat aircraft in coming months, if there's going to be a Ukraine by then, unfortunately. Ukrainian pilots could master F-16 jets in under 6 months, commander of the Ukrainian Air Force General Serhiy Holubtsov said on March 20th. Ukraine said it needs F-16 fighters to support its coming offensive against Russian invasion forces and to counter the latest escalation in the war by Russia. Yeah, Russia escalated. Not that the other guys ask for all kind of depleted uranium ammunition and all that. It's okay. Russia always. It's okay. I think Russia doesn't give a fuck about that. We are escalating. The bombing of Ukraine border cities with guided glide bombs. That's true. Dropped by Russian warplanes flying outside the range of Ukraine air defenses. That's correct. So why don't you call your peace lovers and they will provide you with whatever you need, and they will. And I think the Ukrainians already have those long-range missile systems. Why? Because a day ago I covered an article in one of my videos where the Ukrainians hit in the in the eastern side of Crimea. They used some missiles. They were not drones, missiles that the Russians claim they shot them down over Crimea on the eastern side. And I just calculated, I took my ruler over the map together with you, and we calculated that should have been at least about 300 kilometers or 350 kilometers from the border, about. And that means that's kind of like no more a short-range missile. Anyway, this thing with these invited pilots reminds me of the Korean War. Remember the Korean War when the Americans intercepted the MiG-15s communication that were supposed to be Korean, I believe. They were speaking Russian. Well, and because I like that beautiful airplane, I have it here for you. This is the MiG-15, a beautiful piece of art that the Russians had it. It's beautiful engine here. It was a masterpiece. It was very rough as any Russian piece of equipment. I knew because they died, people who flew this in Romania, and they flew this, and I think they were also flew them in Soviet Union when they were dispensed. Anyway, I know there's I don't think Romania had this in their I don't think they had them. They flew them overseas in Soviet Union. But anyway, I knew people who also flew the MiG-21. That's a rough one, and they didn't end up well. They end up with all kind of problems. They claim from that, but who knows? Anyway, so I'm assuming that now when the Russians will intercept the communication between the F-16s over Ukraine, they will speak other languages than Ukraine, if you know what I mean. I'm 99.9% certain. That's not to say that the Ukrainian pilots are not able to fly those, no. But I think these guys are in such a hurry that, and not only in a hurry, but I don't think that the Americans will give Ukrainian pilots F-16s on their hands. I don't think so. But hey, like these guys did not give the Koreans, I was about to say F-15, MiG-15s. But you never know. But I think the chances are slim. We'll find out, and I will definitely let you know. Thank you very much for being with me again today. Stay strong, stay smart, look for the truth, and be just.